Every 4 years, this question comes up. Why are there so many swimming events? The question can be divided into 3 parts. Are all those distances and relays necessary? Second, Phelps' medal count is overrated because it is easy to win an event once you've won a similar one. And third, and probably my favorite, is if the point of swimming is to go from point A to point B as fast as possible, then why are there other strokes besides front crawl? We have the 50, 100, 200, 400, 800, 1500, and the 10K. If you look at how our bodies use energy and how the different muscle fibers are used, you'll see that the 50, 100, and 200 are very different. That is why Ledecky was able to win 4 medals but wouldn't stand a chance in a 50 or 100. Why so many distance events? It also comes down to the sport's popularity and the ease of use of the venue. Of course, the more popular a sport is, the more incentive there is to have more medals in the same venue. More days and more medals of swimming mean more tickets sold and more viewership on TV and social media. Team sports need a tournament and therefore more space, more time, and only earn a few medals. Those sports are easier to market outside of the Olympics, but they take too long for a competition like this. That's why the finals of team sports are exciting, but not the whole tournament. Track and field has the same distances as freestyle, plus 5K and 42K. And this is where runners like to point out that they don't have other ways of going slower from point A to point B. Except they do. They have competitive walking and obstacle running. One of the most exciting things about sports is the team aspects. Individual sports manage to capture this by doing relays or team events. We have 7 relays in total versus 6 land relays. So is Phelps overrated? Here's a list of athletes with the most medals in modern Olympics without Phelps. In more than 100 years of Olympics, swimmers hadn't even made it to the top 8. Phelps' genius is that he mastered the basics of the sport like no one else had, and for a very long time. Could he have done it in any other sport? Maybe gymnastics, but he didn't have the body type for that. He saw the opportunity and he took it. I don't even think that the medal count is the top thing that made him special. Personally, I wasn't a big Phelps fan because of how dominant he was. I liked rooting for the underdogs, so I was disappointed almost always with him. But I became a fan because he single-handedly popularized the sport to the next level. And maybe thanks to him, we have even more swimming events today after his retirement. So why do we swim other strokes like backstroke, butterfly, and breaststroke if they are slower? This might blow people's minds, especially if you see the endings of my videos. But I absolutely don't think the point of swimming is to swim as fast as possible from point A to point B. Otherwise, I would be more of a fin swimming fan than a swimming fan. I think the point of any Olympic sport is to perfect the movements within the rules of the sport. Unlike factories, the goal of sports is not efficiency and results. This brings us to the reason I made this video. The women's 200 butterfly. Butterfly is the coolest stroke of all. It is not the fastest or the oldest. It is the hardest to learn and to swim. It looks spectacular in slow motion. What makes this year's event special is that the 2 main favorites to win this event, Summer McIntosh and Regan Smith, are not even butterfly specialists. McIntosh is mainly a freestyler and an IMer. Smith is better known for her backstroke events. Last year, they had the fastest times in the world in this event. So, how can they be faster than swimmers who specialize in this event? Swimming, I believe, is not about how well you swim a certain stroke. It is about how well you dominate the 5 pillars of swimming. The swimmers who dominate those can in fact change strokes and still win at worldwide competitions. Having someone that dominates the pillars of swimming doesn't happen very often, but when it does, and you have a backstroker swimming against a freestyler for an Olympic gold in the 200 butterfly, it feels like the best superhero crossover in sports. There are land sports and there are water sports. Water sports have fewer medals in total compared to land sports. Only swimmers who have truly mastered the 5 pillars can win multiple events. If you want to know what those 5 pillars are in detail, I recommend watching this video next. See you there. Swim fast.